Hey guys, I hope all is well. We're on my phone today because I had a lot of issues yesterday with uploading, failures with the upload. I've seen that a few people have had issues yesterday with YouTube. Also as well, my recording quality wasn't the best. I understand that a lot of people were saying that there was a lag or the video sort of kept being choppy. So I think I need to reset my stuff, my setup, my computer and everything. So I'll be doing that. But for today, we're on my phone, which is a little bit more up close and personal. Okay. Let's see, Taurus. Only take the messages that resonate. We have some oracle cards to begin with, and then we're going to be getting into the tarot. Only take what resonates, please. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, I am very grateful to have you here. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this for you. Move you back a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Messages for Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. Masculine energy and rock bottom. Okay, so there could be a masculine who is at his wit's end. Change. Someone is struggling to adjust to a change that has happened. You could be this masculine, but they're not doing well. Desperate. Love in the reverse. Anger management in the reverse. Have you released someone and they don't know how to feel? That's what this is looking like. Someone is kind of flapping around over here, a little bit frantic. Why? Let's see what this is. This is looking like Taurus. All the time that you care about something, you might go off. You might be triggered. You might, crash out. You might do all of those things. And I'm not condoning those things or not, okay? But it comes from a place of passion. It's like it comes from a place of caring, giving a damn. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as a person don't give a damn, they handle a situation in a completely different way. You wouldn't probably hear a peep out of them. This looks to me that you are releasing something with silence, or you're not reacting how you used to, or something has switched up. Maybe you did used to crash out over someone, and it's kind of like a different approach. Kind of like the energy of breaking up with someone, and maybe you've had arguments in the past, Taurus, and maybe, you flipped out, you've done whatever, you've told them to leave, or you said you're leaving and done all of that. And to some degree, or that person knows that, okay, they're just talking, or, we always kind of come back together, or, it always gets, a bit rocky and we're able to kind of resolve the situation. And then one day you have an argument. This person leaves the house, or even they don't leave the house, and you start to calmly fold every piece of clothing, very much so neat. You get your suitcase and you pack that suitcase neat. Everything has its own little compartment, and there's a certain level of poise and calm that is scaring someone. That's just an example. I feel like you're handling a conflict this time in a very different way. I feel like there is a dawning on someone that something may be over. Okay? The Tower in the reverse. Some of you, it's a Scorpio. The Ace of Swords in the reverse. So I don't know if you're giving someone the silent treatment and they don't know if it's on, if it's off, if it's up, if it's down. Someone is very confused about the status of a relationship between the two of you. And I feel like it's because you're handling it in a different way this time. The King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign. This could be someone who is immersing themselves into work. Three of Swords. Definitely rock bottom over here. Definitely rock bottom. 10 of Wands in the reverse. The feeling of feeling like you've released them. Someone's feeling like you've released them and it's like it's breaking them. 10 of Pentacles. You could be married to this person with the Justice and the Ten of Pentacles here. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It's like something isn't going to be the same now. Or they feel like that. Where's Taurus? Eight of Cups. Hierophant. Seven of Pentacles. I don't know if you're cooling off here, Taurus, and you're planning to go back. But someone feels like there's a risk that you won't come back. This could be like a cooling off period or re-evaluating what you're doing, where you're going. You could definitely be standing on some sort of business where it comes to standing your ground, especially where it comes to a specific conflict or an argument or something here. Someone definitely does know where you stand with them, but they just don't know the status of the relationship. So they know how you feel. They know strongly what you want, your wants, your needs. If there was any confusion over, you know, does this person know what I want, or does this person, you know what I'm looking for, or what I'm hoping to build in the future, or, you know what I'm about, they definitely do. And this could be that this is going to push them into some sort of switch up. But this tells me here, Taurus, that there's a chance that you could return to this. Don't come at me in the comments. This, Taurus, what I'm seeing here, you're reevaluating as to whether to go back to this or not. Okay? The Eight of Swords. You could be very up in your head, but it's coming across to someone. So if you're wondering if someone feels like you care, you don't care, you're up in your head, if you're feeling like, oh, they know that I'm up in my head, or they know that I'm stressed out about this, someone don't have a clue that you're stressed out about this. You could be very hard to read. You might not feel such, but you're very hard to read at this moment in time. Someone is really going through it over here because they don't know whether something is over or not. You could be up in your head. The reality is that maybe you don't even know what's going on right now. Again, you could be taking time to chill out, to reflect, all of that stuff, and you're contemplating going back or resurfacing here or returning. I don't know if you've recently left a home. Like I say, maybe you've packed up, or there is a separation of some kind, but you're very up in your head about what happens next. They just don't know it. Seven of Cups in the reverse. You may feel like you need to clear things up in your head. This is looking like space to reflect, to gain clarity for yourself. This looks like a pause for me. From what I'm seeing, this looks like a pause. Magician card, the Devil, and the Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Do I stay? Do I go? That's where you're at with this. And you're possibly obsessing over a choice that you know has to be made. So this is giving overthinking, consumed by thoughts of where you're going next. If you're going left, if you're going right, if you're going backwards. Some of you Tauruses need to just kind of, and I feel like you're in a good space because you are. It's telling me that you're doing that. You're reflecting, you're reevaluating. So you're in a good space to do what you're doing. But I do feel a little bit of obsessive thinking about, you know, what happens next? Where am I going? So you need to sort of like temper those thoughts, because you could be kind of having very, I want to say, intense feelings over a situation that you could be going through. There's a real sort of, where am I going? You know, where am I going energy about you. Two of Cups. Six of Cups in the reverse. Maybe you feel like there's been too much water under the bridge with someone, and that's what's making it very difficult. You could feel like maybe there's something here that you need where it comes to feeling stable. And, you know, no shade. Maybe you feel like you were building something with someone. So it's like it's a separation of losses, of assets, or something that is going to be less than what it was before. And this could be about money or joint resources here for some of you. What's going on with this person? The Ten of Cups and the Judgment. I'm hearing when it rains, it pours. So someone is definitely in a dark place over here. There's a lot of rain going on. The rock bottom card has some rain on it. The 10 of cups in this deck has rain on it. Page of cups in the reverse. The high priestess in the reverse. Someone feels like they are not in control of a situation. Someone feels like something's completely out of their hands. I don't know if you know somebody to be particularly controlling or organized or something of the sort, but they really feel discombobulated from some sort of separation here. Again, there's that work energy. King of Pentacles. This could be somebody who's really putting in some hours, some overtime at work. And this could be like masking what they feel, to mask what they feel. Some sort of disappointment here. The World. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune. That's big energy. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Someone wants this to move forward. Someone wants this to resurface, to have another opportunity to do this over. Someone wants a do-over with you, Taurus. They do want a do-over with you. So I don't know for you if it's irreconcilable. For a lot of you, it's not irreconcilable because you wouldn't be considering going backwards. I think if it was irreconcilable in your mind, but there's definitely some sort of change that needs to happen in order for something to work. The Sun, Page of Swords. Someone is really trying to figure out how to make a situation happy with you again, how to make it bright again, especially where it comes to some sort of dark cloud. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Someone hates this. Someone doesn't feel balanced when they're not good with you. It's like being so connected to someone and having really high highs and really low lows. And then as soon as you and this person are not good, it throws off your whole day. You feel like your whole week is off. You know, and I don't know if you have some sort of soul tie to someone or some sort of telepathic connection. For some of you, that would explain that pull and that, you know, it can flip your whole world upside down, falling out with someone because you could be so closely connected to this person. Someone is really trying to figure out to bring something back to a happier time. There may have been more dark days than good days more recently with this person. For some of you, it's an earth sign. Strength card. Queen of Swords. They're holding on to you. I'm hearing they're holding on to your word. You could have said something to this person that they're replaying in their head. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. The Star. 5 of Swords. 6 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. How do we get past this? How do we always come to a situation where there's sabotage is what this person's reflecting on? And you could both, this could be mutual as well. I feel like this person's kind of racking their brain over here, trying to figure out why something always ends up unsuccessful or why something always goes downhill or something. This could be somebody who's wanting healing with you. With the 9 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, this could definitely be somebody who wants to kind of appease you in a way to try bring something back together. So this is looking to me as two people have fallen out. This is not the first time you've fallen out with this person. There's been other instances where this has happened. Now take it as it resonates. It's coming up as a masculine. You could be the masculine, could be dealing with a feminine. You could be the feminine, whoever. The Queen of Swords is here though. So you're definitely in some sort of very cold or very stoic energy, more logical thinking energy with someone. And it's like, how do we redistribute the energy to kind of give to this? So this looks like a situation that's up in the air, but it could be that something can come back around. I'm seeing. And some of you Taurians want this to come back around, or you're in two minds. Okay? What's going to end up happening here? Messages for Taurus. The Knight of Wands and the Chariot card. Eight of Cups. Knight of Cups. If you've walked away, someone is going to be coming in with a peace offering. I feel like someone feels very, very fired up to come towards you. If you have moved or distanced yourself or walked away or traveled away or something, this person is definitely behind you. They're coming to resurrect something here with the Magician card. The Devil and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they're very caught up on reigniting a situation with you. Renewing is what this is giving, to be honest, with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups can talk about new love, but it can also talk about a resurgence in love, a reconciliation in love, a new beginning. You know, two people coming back together with a different mindset. But with the Devil being here with the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, this is someone who's very stuck on. So there's definitely some sort of mutual energy around obsessing over this connection. So if you're obsessing over, okay, what's going to happen? Is it left? Is it right? Can't stop thinking about it. Someone's having really over repeating obsessive thoughts, and I feel like this could be both of you here, because they've come out in the same energy of really obsessing about apologizing, and you're really obsessing over whether you're going backwards or sideways or forwards or wherever you're going. Yeah, you're definitely not speaking to someone, or you've kind of like gone cold or gone silent. There's a silence. I don't know if you're giving someone the silent treatment, but there's something here about you not speaking with someone, or you're just cutting communication. You could definitely be sitting in a more logical stance with someone. Love is kind of on the back burner where it comes to you dealing with this person at the moment, but they definitely want to bring love back into the situation. With the Star, again, there's that healing energy in a different deck. Queen of Cups. The Five of Pentacles. Someone misses you. Someone misses when things were sweet, when things were loving, when you nurtured them, when you said sweet things to them, when you said kind things to them. And some of you will say, well, I've been saying kind things to them and they still did the same BS. I can hear it. But with the Five of Cups, they're regretting a lot here. I do feel like someone's really reevaluating. So have they changed, or what's going to happen there? Where are they at with working this out and healing? The Seven of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. This could be somebody who needs to manage their time better. This could also be somebody who needs to shuffle around their priorities here. This could be somebody who regrets not prioritizing something properly or not distributing their time properly. I don't know if this person is very stretched thin or overwhelmed. For some of you, this person has had an issue with acting single or behaving as if they are a one when there is a two. So it could be that you find that this person hasn't been considering your feelings, or they make decisions not based on the we, based on the I. So it's kind of having you think, okay, well, do you want me to be here if it's not a we decision? Obviously, people have individual lives as well as being in relationships, and it should be the case. I feel like that's very important to have your own stuff going on. But what I will say is, there could have been a real imbalance, or you could have questioned as to whether someone wanted to be there or whether they wanted to be single with you. Three of Swords. They're definitely looking at reprioritizing things with the Six of Wands to be able to bring something into balance and to have success, because they know that this could have been an issue in the past. The Nine of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Reevaluation. Heavy reevaluation. Now, this is what I like to see with the Death card, to transform. An ending to a past way of doing something, and a resurgence, a new beginning. This is what I like to see. You know, sometimes reconciliation does come out, but if two people are trying to reconcile in the exact same energy as what flopped in the past or what didn't go well, this won't work. It won't work. You can do it over and over again, the exact same, and I guarantee you will get exactly the same result. If two people are not changing or looking at what made the relationship fail in the past or to begin with, this is not going to be successful. And what I like to see about this is a re-evaluation on both parts. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you're perfect, Taurus. I feel like there's improvement that could be made on both sides. I feel like there's some sort of mutual understanding that two people need to come to in order to make this work. How are we going to make each other happy? How am I going to be fulfilled and you going to be fulfilled? And really going back to the drawing board where it comes to investing adequately on both parts to have that balance. And I feel like if that was an issue, and this is why you and this person has kind of come to this crossroads, I do feel like there is a new opportunity to do something a different way. I feel like someone recognizes this is showing a lot of growth. I actually like that this person is in this energy because it shows that they know that the same outcome will happen if change doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? This is actually a really nice reading because I feel like two people are, maybe you have hit rock bottom, maybe you have hit a wall with someone, but this may be what needed to happen in order for new energy to come in. And I see there definitely being some sort of opportunity to reconcile. How will it end up? The Moon, the Three of Cups, the Judgment, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Wands. The Sun. I see some sort of depth of a relationship. If you are open to this, and this is something that you will go back to, I see a reconnecting, but in a different way. I see two people making an agreement or a pact. And I see that there's going to be some sort of new energy, a burst of new energy that two people could potentially bring in where there could have been struggle and burdens in the past. I definitely feel like you're going to be connecting with someone in a very deep way here, and where something may have been being misunderstood between you and a person, or something was kind of not aligning. I feel like two people are understanding themselves better. Just kind of how I said about the redistribution and prioritizing. Say you were dealing with somebody that, you know, was still kind of being single or acting single, but you're there and they're in a relationship and they're claiming to want that relationship. Making decisions, not really considering you. And these could be like decisions about, you know, timings of stuff, going on random trips and not telling you to the last minute. Like, that's just a random example. Because there's certain, for me, if you're taking a relationship serious, I know myself, and a lot of other people would agree, that I am a we. I'm not going to make decisions based on just myself, because we are a unit. You know, it is running something by my partner because I know that I'm going to be doing X, Y, Z. It is checking in to say, oh, I've got this thing going on and that thing going on, just to show consideration for the other person and show that, you know, the other person, I value their presence. Not only that I respect them enough to bounce off of them and to, you know, have that thing where we are compromising and we are considering each other in our own personal individual lives, but not only that, as a unit. It's very important. And a lot of people kind of don't do that, you know, especially when you might be around someone for a long time and what have you, and that's where kind of lines get blurred and what have you. But I feel like what's happening here is a opportunity with the Sun to bring something into balance. There could be some sort of real honest conversations that could be coming through with you and a person. And I feel like there's a reconciliation of a lot of depth that's coming in. I do feel like there's stuff that needs to be spoken about. I feel like something does need to be ironed out where it comes to releasing with the Ten of Wands. Because again, if that's not done, then you're going to have the same result. Okay. So for some of you, there is a reconciliation that could be very successful. And I feel like this is someone who's looking at the changes that need to be made. But it's from a space of frantic energy. It's from a space of feeling like, okay, Taurus is acting weird this time around. This ain't my Taurus. What's happened to my Taurus? I need to get it together. And sometimes it takes a complete overhaul and a complete rock bottom sometimes to shift where it comes to getting people to realize what needs to change and shift. Okay, in this instance, I do feel like someone is looking at change. Okay, I do. So it could work. Taurus, I love you. If you like how I read, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. But until next time, sending you love and light. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Mwah. Take care. Bye.